Hello, everybody. Breaking news. DC announces Batman The Dark Knight by Tom Taylor and Andy Kubert. DC has announced a new Batman title written by Tom Taylor with art by Andy Kubert that will see an older Bruce Wayne with, quote, a lifetime of broken bones, but not a broken spirit, out of Wayne Manor and off to Europe. On a quest he's going there. The 6-issue miniseries will introduce a new villain, Equilibrium, and promises to also introduce new members of the Bat family. An epic tale begins that will take Batman on a harrowing, action-packed European adventure in a new miniseries by superstar creators Tom Taylor and Andy Kubert, reads DC's official solicitation text for Batman The Dark Knight #1. According to DC, the story begins with a horrific tragedy in the United Kingdom that sends a, quote, very personal and deadly message to the Dark Knight, one that will draw Batman out of Gotham City to investigate. And remember, an older Batman, no broken spirit to be found. From the moment he lands in Europe, Batman will face a challenging investigation, unheard of adversaries, and find the assistance of a partner once more. A partner, all in the hunt for the villain known as Equilibrium. And what does Batman 147 mean to Bruce Wayne when it appears after a deadly plane crash? Is it a clue? Is it a riddle? Or is it just another trap for the Batman? I say all of the above. That's what I say. And with that, you end up saying about a new partner, and a lot of people are speculating that this is Knight and or Squire. But that wouldn't be new allies. That would be older. We'll see. We'll see what it is. And new villains, new allies, a thrilling overseas adventure begins for the Dark Knight, starting with an extra-sized 26-page debut story. I'm a huge Tom Taylor fan. I will buy every #1 that Tom Taylor does. And then usually, and it hasn't failed yet, #2, 3, 4, 5, and so on until the series are over. I think he is one of the best comic book writers out there right now. And why I say that is because I don't think, and if he would ever watch this, I don't want him to get offended by this, but he seems to like to write comics. He doesn't seem to be writing to be fancy and to be recognized as this intellectual at dinner parties. He was a former, carny, for crying out loud. He loves comics. You can tell by the way he writes them. They're always action-packed. They get to it. He's not trying to impress people except by impressing them with a great story. That is a lot to me. Shout out down to Australia for old Tom Taylor there. And here's a quote from him. I will leap at any chance to tell a Batman story at any time, says Taylor. And he has done Batman annuals and stories, and they've been great. So I'm looking forward to this. But teaming up with a legend like Andy Kubert for a Batman tale is a dream and an honor. And if you're not aware, you end up throwing that Dark Knight title. That is big right away. But then you get Andy Kubert, who did the Dark Knight 3 Master Race, as well as Batman and Son. Also, whatever happened to the Cape Crusader, Flashpoint Batman. He is a Batman guy as well. And when he gets attached to something with a Dark Knight title, that is big. That is big. And Tom Taylor continues, I have Andy's Dark Knight statue sitting on my desk, so I can see exactly how his Batman is larger than life. And he's probably like caressing it while he says that, right? He's there patting it on the head. I don't know. But you end up having this come out. Batman, The Dark Knight #1's on sale in April. And I'm excited. We'll end up getting the date and all that stuff as we get the solicits for April. That'll probably come later this week. And maybe we'll have a little show on that as I'm trying to do more of these videos. But I'm looking forward to this. And I know that some people will say, well, we already have Batman books. This is the trope that people go with. To me, I don't mind as long as I think that the creative team is great. And this creative team is great. I don't care what those two do. I'm going to buy it. It just happens to be a Batman Dark Knight title that I'm excited about. So I am pumped for that. And let me know what you think in the comments below, what you think about all of this and all those things that you say at the end. Subscribe to our channel, like the video, look in the notes below that have links to our DC Comics podcast where we're getting in the 335, I think, the episode coming up this week with a lot of future state stuff. We have 3 Marvel podcasts on our Marvel feed. We have websites where we review all the things, all that jazz. But check all of that out, and I will talk to you later.